strong and going into this game as the favorite. CW Mackey played 2 games, lost both, searching for their first win. This has been a fascinating tournament. We are into just about 20 matches now. 2 matches were concluded. And as always, toss play an important part. We have Osha down at the center, together with 2 captains and the match referee ready for the toss. This tournament started with the participation of 13 teams. Group A consists of 6 teams, and Group B, 7 very strong teams. 4 teams from each group will walk into the second round. So it's a very, very competitive format. As you all know, T20, very unpredictable, and CW Mackey hoping to improve their fortunes. Losing their game against HSBC by just a single run. So they'll be hoping to do the basics right and register their very first victory of this season. Mercantile cricket, as always, very, very competitive camaraderie between corporate establishments. And everything is in readiness. Dressed in red, CW Mackey. Here's the first delivery. Gentle seam up. Straight away, getting a little bit of away movement. As usual, the opener, Sohan Demel. Swinging at it and misses altogether. And enticing them to bring in a slip fielder. As you all know, just a couple of fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. Sohan Demel and Shaban Fernando opening the batting for NDB. Just about a carbon copy of the previous delivery. This time, batter Sohan Demel decided to let that one go into the hands of the wicketkeeper, Aravinda Vikramaratne. Looks a very strong man, not striving for too much of pace, just concentrating on bowling good lines and lengths. This time pulled away, but finds a fielder. No is the call by the non-striker. A wise one. HSBC, and there you go, the figures for Aravinda Vikramaratne. 8 matches, 10 wickets. This time he made a solid connection. No stopping, couple of bouncers into the fence, and the first boundary of the day, Sohan Demel. He was licking his lip, and the moment he saw a short delivery, just packed on it. Good footwork, rocking back, and made a solid connection, and excellent start, Sohan Demel. It's about capitalizing, utilizing the first power play to good effect and build up a solid enough total. And it's been proven, score around 150 or beyond, usually very, very competitive. Aravinda this time guides away straight to the fielder at point region. It's important getting your field placements right. Previous delivery. Now the right execution. When you have as many as 6 fielders on the offside. Here's Sohan Demel. So excellent strike rate, 116.52. Once again goes aerial, this time fielder just eluding the fielder. And they are not very keen on coming back for the second. Very close call. Aravinda Vikramaratne completes his first. Very good one, 6 runs off. Very strong looking batting lineup. They've done seriously well. Sohan Demel in particular. Aggressive intent. Shaban Fernando keeping him accompany. Skipper Isuru Vijay Tunga coming down the order. So very strong batting lineup, done exceedingly well. For CW Mackey, it's about minimizing the mistake they've done during the first two games. They lost a game against HSBC by just 1 run. So goes to tell you, they are a good team. It's just about collectively getting their efforts focused on winning. A slip, a gully, slip, backward point. Deep third. Cover, extra cover mid-off. That's the field on the offside. One Vijay Surya. Fuller. Both the bowlers, Nuwan Vijay Surya as well as Aravind, they're not very keen on imparting serious deal of pace. And this format, accuracy is very, very important. You can't make too many mistakes because the opposition, they are ready to pounce on any mistakes you make. Slapped away. The chase is on. A little bit of footballing skills. Two batters not very keen on running the first run quickly enough. Sohan Demel, someone who likes to occupy the crease, face as many deliveries as possible, and he's in search of boundaries. That's quite clear. Now for the first time, Zawan Fernando is on strike. 6 runs on the board, pretty decent start. Nuwan Vijay Surya, pretty much outside the off-stump line. 21 matches, 340 runs, best of 50. So he's a capable batter. He'll work hard on improving that strike rate. Straight to the point field. That's a good line. Just about foot outside the off-stump. Get your deliveries outside the off-stump. Swinging in towards the batter or moving away from the bat generally puts batsmen guessing. That's the ideal scenario when you have as many fielders as... Oh, bit of a miscue. Oh, drop chance straight away. Taken a while for him to judge that one and advancing forward. And somehow slipped out of hands. Zawan Fernando, very lucky. Trying to go over mid-wicket region, bit of a cross-batted swat. Should have been taken at this level. These players we know all represented fairly good cricket teams in schools cricket arena and even in the mercantile sector. That's more like it. Worked away straight to the field for no run. Straightened the line. Nuwan Vijay Surya. Projected scores 65 at the moment, 3.27. It's been a decent start by the two gentle medium bowlers. We are coming to you live from Royal College grounds. Oh, should have taken. The third fielder was finer, so prevented that one from reaching the boundary. Fielding so far not been up to the mark. A catching chance gone a begging on 2 occasions. 2 overs done, 7 for Nolos. Here's the replay. I thought the slip fielder had a better chance, if not the wicket keeper putting his hand. Fairly good grass coverage apart from few bare areas around the turf pitch. Ball travels pretty fast out here. There is value for your shots. Surrounded by so many quality sporting facilities of the back foot. That one came in sharply. Aravind Vikramatilaka got the height Nice, easy, repeatable action. More or less getting it outside the off stump. Some deliveries moving in, some moves away. Swing and a miss. Not the ideal way to tackle a gentle seamer. Your footwork has to be decisive. The hit position wasn't ideal. They just worried about hitting it hard. Not going to work all the time. Fuller delivery worked away. Finds a fielder. They somehow managed to cross over for a single. Good running, good calling, good understanding. Savan Fernando off the mark. That's his second run, in fact. Sohan Demel. He's the aggressor who wants to be on strike more often than not. Coming down the track, worked away, came off the inner part of the bat. Bit of a moral victory for the bowler. Aravind Vikramaratne gets another single, mostly the other in 8 runs. So it's been a pretty decent effort by the bowlers from CW Mackey. We've seen right throughout this tournament so many extras haven't been provided and aiding the batting team. Well bowled. Kept touch low on the back foot. Gentle push and a single. Decent over so far. Just a delivery remaining. Given away 3 runs. So both the gentle seam bowlers doing a very decent job. We are coming to you live from Royal College Grounds, Reed Avenue, Colombo 7. This is Mercantile E Division T20 tournament. Game between CW Mackey and NDB. Full toss. Straight to the fielder. Scoring opportunity provided, not taken. 3 overs done, 10 for no loss. That's a little earlier on. Oshada with 2 captains and the match referee. Toss is won by CW Mackey, skipper, and straight away deciding to bowl first. So the intention is pretty clear. Teams in general preferred to chase. Based on results so far, teams have enjoyed great deal of success while chasing. Most number of matches have been won by the teams doing chasing. This match is being played on a mat, which is Surya. Inside edge onto the stumps. He was living dangerously, poking outside the off stump. A shot of no real conviction. Paying the price. First wicket down for NDB. Nuwan Vijay Surya. Prized scalp. Here's a replay. Outside the off stump, just a bit of in swing and played all over it. Just managing to find the inside edge, drag that one onto the stumps. Savan Fernando out for 3 of 9 deliveries, bowled Nuwan Vijay Surya. So just the kind of start CW Mackey was expecting. Winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. It's pivotal to keep your opponent to a manageable score. Later on, chasing it down, making things easier. 10 for 1. So some impetus to the bowling. Nuwan Vijay Surya. Very economical, given away just 2 runs and picked up a wicket. It's just about repeating the same. Agwa Amarasinghe, right-hander, 5 matches, 71 runs, best of 40. Early days, that's strike rate. Excellent, 151.06. He wouldn't mind maintaining that during this game. Important game. NDB wins it. They'll remain at the top. For CW Mackey, it's about getting their campaign underway. Very, very close. In-swinger. Struck in line with the stumps. Perhaps the movement taking it down the leg side. Loud shout. Very convincing. The way to go. The angle. Wide of the crease. Angling in. Therefore, ball moving down the leg side. Missing the stumps. Not by much. Excellent on-field call. Inside edge and given. So back-to-back strikes. Nuwan Vijayasuriya picks up his second. Early troubles for NDB. Just what the doctor ordered. In case of CW Mackey searching for their first win. That's just the kind of start they were hoping for. 2 down for 10. Excellent start. Akbar Amarasinghe. His test lasted just 2 deliveries. Caught Ushan Ranasinghe ball Nuwan Vijayasuriya. Early troubles for NDB. And they're going to need every bit of it to stitch up a partnership now. Rajantha Chandula, the new batsman. CW Mackey made their fair share of mistakes during the first 2 games. And coming very, very strong in the 3rd game. Excellent start. Just cannot ask for a better start. Just a single boundary, few singles and couples here and there. All in all, very bright start. And Nuwan Vijayasuriya looks very, very good. 2 for 2 in his second over. Here's the figures for us. Chandula, right-handed batter. Strike rate not the ideal. Well ball off the back foot. Going for a single. Good cricket all round. Good piece of bowling. Chandula on the back foot. Gentle little push and gets a single. Moves to the other end. Excellent over so far. Just conceding a single, and they'll be watchful at least for a couple of overs. They just cannot afford to lose any more wickets at this stage. T20 is about momentum. There's no time for recovery. Margin of error minimal. So just cannot afford to lose another wicket. Sohan Demel, the aggressor, interested to see what will be his approach from this point onward. Down the leg side, scoring opportunity presented, missing it altogether. Just maybe trying to hit it too hard. Sohan Demel, just as I mentioned, the aggressor likes to go over the top. Done it once already very successfully. So he'll be eyeing to get it over the infield and collect as many boundaries as possible. 2.87 run rate isn't ideal. Down the ground. Struck powerfully. There's no stopping. He was eyeing this for a little while. Excellent over nevertheless. Just 5 runs and 2 wickets. 4 done, 15 for 2. Looking to be aggressive. Picked that one from way outside the off stump and played it straight. Made a solid enough connection. Good cricket. So despite losing a wicket, they are not slowing down. Excellent figures for Nuwan Vijayasuriya. 2 for 7. And very economical so far, Aravinda Vikramatilaka. 2 overs, 8 for none. Both the wickets fell when the score was just 10. So they are not intent to slow down, even though they've lost a couple of wickets already. That's the way to go. This is T20. Well bowled. just missing the outside edge, little bit of bounce. You get to see that when you're playing on a mat. Ideal if you want to train, properly handle the faster bowlers, seamers in particular. They've been getting consistent bounce and pace. Full toss. Only managing to find the fielder initially. They were considering the possibility of going for a single. Now is the call. They absolutely had no opportunities. Very, very intriguing tournament with the participation of 13 teams in this group. Just 6 teams, 4 will advance. Goes aerial and goes all the way. He's a powerful man. Rajantha Chandula. Whip it over mid-wicket region. Just like that. Wet on the front foot. Lovely flow of the bat. And gets it over mid-wicket region. Goes a long way. That's more like it. On a good length, little bit of inward movement, well negotiated. Always good to see. You hit a 6 and played watchfully. At this stage, they just cannot afford to lose another wicket. Not slowing down, couple of boundaries after losing the second wicket. Goes aerial, should be taken. And another one bites the dust. Rajantha Chandula after scoring a huge 6 over mid-wicket region. One too many. Little bit of bounce. Find the outer half of the bat and went away in the air. Long way in the air and providing ample opportunities. Just like that. Fielder at short fine leg region. Well settled and well taken. Excellent start. So the merry ways continues for CW Mackey. Rajantha Chandula, the man, got out for 7 runs. CW Mackey got just the kind of start they were hoping for. I've been repeating this. They are searching for their first win of this tournament. Each team will get to play 5 matches in this series. In Group A, there are 6 teams at the top. NDB. Right now, CW Mackey in 5th position. Isuru Vijay Tunga. Best of 53, strike rate 74.33. Just 14 matches, early days. Just a single 50. Wouldn't be a bad time for him to construct a good innings and go beyond 50. Well bowled. Just clipped away and goes for a quick single. Good finish to the over. 7 runs off and a wicket. Aravinda Vikramaratne picks up a wicket. 3 overs, 15 for 1. 5 done, 22 for 3.
Right, so 5 overs completed, 22 runs on the board for the loss of 3 wickets. It's a superb start for CW Mackey, especially after winning the toss. Electing to bowl first, have certainly put NDB Bank right under pressure. The captain, Isuru Vijayatunga, is out there in the middle for NDB. Coming in at number 5 for NDB. Not the start that he wanted. And especially in the coin toss, he did mention that they were anyway going to bat first. So it was a good toss to lose, but so far NDB haven't really lived up to the expectations. Losing 3 wickets in 5 overs for just 22 runs. Remember, it's a 20-over game. Just on the bounce to the fielder, quick single. Again, quite a lot of risk. Isuru Vijayatunga trying to work that single. That's a good looking shot. And it goes all the way for a boundary. Sohan Dimel just going on nicely here. And Nuwan Vijayasuriya, after bowling some good overs the first couple. This was wide. This was on the offside with an offer. And just cut away to the perfection through that point region for a boundary. That just went off the blade of the bat quite nicely. And it goes all the way for a boundary. He's a strong lad, Sohan Dimel. This time worked away towards the onside for a single. The captain is Vijayatunga, knowing that Sohan Dimel can go after the bowling, should just make sure that he's working on that single, just putting Sohan Dimel right back on strike. And that's the end of the over. 6 done, 28 for 3. Nothing much in terms of partnerships for NDB so far in this game. The first 6 overs have certainly belonged to CW Mackey. The power play, with that, comes to an end. Now with the fielding restrictions lifted, this is where CW Mackey should further tighten the screws against NDB. They've done their job. They've done their job in the power play, picking up 3 wickets and giving away only 28 runs. Now it's just a matter of continuing that momentum right into this middle overs. Right, so spin and offer from CW Mackey. Amit Akalanka being brought in to bowl the 7th over. Get a single this time, Sohan Dimel. That was nicely tossed up from Amit Akalanka. Not much pace on offer for the first delivery. So Sohan Dimel had to wait for that delivery to come on to him. The Mercantile E-Division tournament this is, organised by the Mercantile Cricket Association. We have the D-Division tournament going on as well, simultaneously to this E-Division tournament. E-Division, of course, is T20, so we'll be having 2 games today here at Royal College grounds. That's up in there, just over there to the fielder. Might not go all the way for a boundary, but still, useful couple of runs there for Isuru Vijayatunga. Played it uppishly, but safe on the offside. Just over the head of that covers fielder inside the 30-yard circle. Oh, nicely bowled. How did that miss the off stump? That was very, very close. And Isuru Vijayatunga just played an entirely wrong line there. Let's have a look at that again. Just enough spin to beat that outside edge. Oh, by a whisker. That missed that off stump by a whisker. Good bowling this from Amit Takalanka. Not giving any freebies. The first delivery was just touched to full, but since then he has bowled well. Right much in control of this game at the moment, CW Mackey. There we go, once again. Not too full, not too short, right in that good length region. That's the end of the over. 7 overs completed, 32 for 3. Right, so another bowling change. This time Navidun Wansara being brought in. Nicely bowled right onto the stumps. Isuru Vijayatunga just worked it around the pads. Navidun Wansara, 7 matches, 8 wickets, 3 for 42, the best figures. Worked away towards the fine leg off of his pads this time. Leg by signaled by the umpire that time. Sohan the Bell moves into 17 of 17 deliveries. Could be a wide. And extra runs on offer. Just out of the reach of the wicketkeeper. So a couple of runs added to the total with that wide. Much better this time. Just a hint of swing on offer for Navidun Wansara. The ball is still fairly new, just 7.3 overs. And just getting a wee bit of a movement. We saw the inside edge coming into play. The first wicket fell down as a result of a thick outside edge, or rather an inside edge. Last ball of this over. Oh, this goes high up in there. Chance. And it's taken. He made it look very easy there, the fielder. And the 4th wicket goes down. Not the best of the deliveries from Navidun Wansara. But the captain just trying to work that ball on the offside. He was targeting that vacant deep offside field. but just couldn't get the distance. Just went high up in there and hitting that bottom part of the bat. So Isuru Vijayatunga is gone for 6 of 13, and Navidun Wansara with the breakthrough in his very first over. Right, so Amit Takalanka being brought back in. He bowled well in his first over, just 4 runs in that first over. Through the onside he goes. 1 bounce and into the boundary line, into that deep mid-wicket region. And Sohan Debel just gonna continue his natural stroke play. Touch to full once again. Down on one knee. And towards that mid-wicket region he goes. Just 1 bounce and into the boundary line. He moves into 22 of just 19 deliveries. Again tossed up, this time high up in there. A chance and it's taken. 5th wicket goes down. Amit Takalanka this time gets the redemption. Just on the offside, full length. Once again, that bottom part of the bat coming into play. There we go. Just not getting where he wanted it to hit. And the fielder, he does well to take that catch. And the 5th wicket goes down. Sohan Debel is gone for 22 of 20 deliveries. Now it's 5 down for NDB. Chathum Kavishita is the new man in. 12 matches, 260 runs for him. High score being 86. Now, that is something that NDB would want at this stage of the game. A good strike rate of, well, fairly good strike rate of 82. Right, Amit Takalanka with the breakthrough. Nice work, nice work. Everyone on their toes. CW Mackey. Now, CW Mackey is certainly wearing NDB colours, let me tell you. Red and white. Nicely bowled. Nicely bowled. Had to work for that shot. Chathum Kavishita will get a single. Right, so 5 down for 42. NDB in deep trouble. Quite a lot of reckless shots from NDB, and that is something that the team would want to revive after this match. NDB, the top order, just lost wickets in an unnecessary manner. Quite a lot of reckless shots, trying to go after the bowling. haven't really taken any calculated risks. Yes, it's a T20 game. You would want to see your top order taking those risks, but those risks should be calculated risks, not reckless shot hitting. And that is exactly what we've seen from NDB. And that's the end of the over. Another successful over from Amit Takalanka. 5 runs and a wicket from that over. 9 done, 42 for 5. Sorry looking batting card for NDB. Sohan Demel looked good for his 22. But apart from that, can see none of the batters were able to get to that double figures mark. And the wickets tumbling one after another. And now Rashan Ranasinghe and Chatham Kavishita will need to put up something here for NDB to get them to a respectful total at the end of their 20 overs. Here's Navidun Wansar, picked up a wicket in his first over. Yeah, once again, that bit of inward movement coming into play. These two batters really need to make sure that they're batting through at least for the next 5 to 6 overs to give them some chance. This could be a wide as it is. That's the second wide of this spell from Navindu Nuansara. Just work on those ones and twos. Plenty of open gaps all around the park, so plenty of options for these two batters just to work on those ones and twos. Yes, at this stage they would want a couple of boundaries, but with 5 down, your best option would be to make sure that you're getting those ones and twos. Now another wide from Navidun Wansara, this time wide outside the off stump. The previous one was down the leg side, so he's trying to adjust himself, Navidun Wansara. But he doesn't seem to be bowling in much control. There we go. That's nicely bowled and nicely fielded as well. The point fielder cutting it down for just a single. It was firmly struck by Rashan Ranasinghe. Punched off the back foot. Couple of runs there. Couple of runs on offer. That's a good looking shot there. Chatham Kavishita. Worked away towards the onside this time, or rather the offside from Chatham Kavishita. Just worked away nicely. So runs coming in for NDB and 50s up as well. Last ball of this over. Oh, this could be a wide. Turning out to be a one-lengthy over. A single taken, and that's an expensive over and a good one for NDB. 10 overs completed, 54 for 5.
Half the team back in this hot 10 overs done, 54 for 5. T20 format, not the sort of a format where you can lose the momentum midway through and spend time regathering it. So Rashan Ranasinghe and Shatuka Kavishit trying to stitch out a partnership and trying to get them out of this muddle. Akalanka, fuller delivery and gets it down the ground. They've been picking up few singles, applying pressure on the fielders. Quite a few fielders in CW Mackey's setup, not all too mobile. So they've understood the fact if he gets it into the gap, there is a possibility of a second. Akalanka generously flighted straight to the fielder and a misfield. They are very, very keen on coming back for the second noise, the call. Perhaps the wise call. Projected scores have gone up. Few boundaries, stream of singles. Chatum was on 10. Chatum Kavishit. Little bit of turn off the backward, gentle punch on the offside and picking up a single. Plenty of gaps, of course, available. T20 format after the 6th over. You pretty much deploy as many as 4 fielders patrolling boundaries. Tossed it up. Very neatly played down the ground. We mentioned score of around 150, 160. Proven very, very effective right throughout this tournament. Having won their both games. NDB arriving at this game with the hope of maintaining top position. Well, ball goes aerial, reaching the fielder after a couple of bounces. So it's been a very good over. Stream of singles, not taking too much of risk. It's about settling down and towards the end have enough wickets in hand to launch and put the pressure on bowlers. That's nice. Straight to the fielder, little hesitation and a fumble allowing the single. Otherwise things would have been much, much tighter. CW Mackey having done a stellar job, not being efficient in the fields. 6 singles, very good over. 11 done, 60 for 5. Chatum Kavishit in particular is on the lookout for runs. Rashan Ranasinghe keeping him company. Yet another bowling change. Pradeep Nissanka 7 matches, 6 wickets. 2 for 16, that's his best. Economy 7.18, slightly on the higher side. Decent average 20.33. They're going to need every bit of it, striving to win their first game. They've done a stellar job. Won the toss. The bowlers stuck to a task, picking up 5 wickets. A cutter down the leg side, starting off with a wide. Never a good thing. Every little mistake coming back to haunt you in the final analysis. 61 for 5. We are in the 12th over. That's more like it. Outside the off stump, not too much of pace, just guiding it away and gets a single. Rashan Ranasinghe moves to 5 with that single. Chatum Kavishit was on 12. Crucial partnership is in progress. Pradeep Nissanka. Plenty of gentle seamers. Just a single left arm orthodox spin bowler was on display. for CW Mackey so far. Well ball, gone aerial straight to the fielder, still managing to get away. This is good cricket, good calling between two batters. Kavishit quite brisk between sticks and Rana Singha. Well responded. Now you're starting to notice that projected scores are going up. Yet another full toss straight to the fielder. This time no is the call. They have 4 fielders inside. 5 fielders in fact inside 30-yard circle. 3 on the onside, 2 on the 3 on the offside and 2 on the onside. Gone aerial and reaching the fielder. Gets a single. Decent over so far. A wide, 3 singles. Just as I mentioned, this is not the sort of a format you can gather momentum midway through. Despite losing wickets, they've been maintaining a good strike rate. The outside the off stump punched away as usual. He plays that shot particularly well. Chatham Kavishit moves to 13. Beyond midway stage, you're immediately starting to wonder what sort of a score would be enough to put pressure on CW Mackey. I'm thinking anything beyond 130, 140 should be a good score. Well bowled, with that one off stumps. Had he missed it, would have been a loud shout for an LBW. Coming back for the second, he's circling around the ball and taken a long while. Very good over, no boundaries, still got enough runs. 7 runs in fact, 12 done, 67 for 5. Right now, CW Mackey occupying the 5th spot in the points table. This game so vital for them. If they go on to win this game, they will definitely put themselves up to 3rd or maybe 5th position. So it's just about taking each game at a time. Yet another bowling change. Looks like another left-arm orthodox bowler coming into the attack. 3 for 30, 8 matches, early days. Average, not so good. Down the leg side, that one came off the pads. Although Dushan Dhanushka was very lucky. Pitch down the leg side. Kavishit was trying to whip that one towards fine leg region, missing it. Tossing it up, and would have been a stunner. Diving to his left, Dushan getting a little bit of purchase off the mat. Playing it uppishly, Chatham Kavishit. The anticipation is good. That was just about a foot away from the bowler, Dhanushka. Just like that, slower through the air, trying a little bit of footballing skills and conceding the single. Should have been stopped. As they say, every run matters. It was a torrid start for NDB, losing their top order quite cheaply. Here's that catch. Diving to his left like a goalkeeper. Still eluding the diving bowler, Dushan Dhanushka. Very decent over so far, given away just a couple. Oh, excellent piece of glove work, and another one bites the dust. Chatham Kavishit. He was getting things move and finally deciding to come down the track, and the bowling change has worked. Master strike, gentle. There you go. Tossing it up, inviting Excellent glove work. 6 down. Worries continues for NDB. Chatham Kavishit after scoring 15 of 16. Stump Ushan Ranasinghe ball. Dushan Danushka. Right now they lost their top order, the middle order. It's about lower middle order batters to stitch up a partnership and try and see where they stand at the end of 17th, maybe 16th over. Rashan Ranasinghe, who's on 9. It'll be interesting to see his approach from this point onward. Just have 4 wickets in hand. Pretty decent figures, just 29 runs as his highest inning. 6 matches, 66, early days. NDB, for the first time in this tournament, under tremendous pressure. Just that we saw team managing to defend a score of around 100. So it's about get as many as possible and try and defend it later on. Things have been so far so good for CW Mackey. Team looks very keen. Dushan Danushka, very cunning bowler. Tossing it up and slightly quicker, so he got variation. Excellent over, a wicket and 2 runs. 13 done, 69 for 6. There are no real partnership other than Chatham Kavishit and Rashan Ranasinghe stitching up a partnership around 30 runs, 28 to be precise, of 27 deliveries. Was a good one. They were hoping to continue that for a little longer, but unfortunately, poor shot selection and rush of blood. Amita Kalanka into his 4th over. So far done a fantastic job, picked up a wicket, given away just 15. A run rate 5.31. Projected scores have gone down 106. Aditya Veerasinghe, who's on North. So he's the key man, Ranasinghe at the moment. Outside the off stump, cut away and gets a single. Absolutely no opportunities for the second. We've seen quite a few singles being picked up as a result of fielding lapses by CW Mackey. Not the most mobile, nimble-footed fielding outfit, wearing red. But they've done the basics right. They've minimized the number of mistakes. They got a pretty decent bowling attack. Couple of left-arm spinners, including Amita Kalanka and Dushan Danushka. So far, they've been very, very good. Just about keep your opposition to a manageable score. I'm thinking 110, 120 is that target. We are having a look at the match referee. Looking serious. This tournament, of course, very well organized and well conducted by Mercantile Cricket Association. Plenty of divisions starting from Premier all the way to G division. Well bowled. A little bit of purchase off the mat once again. Variation in flight. Aditya Veerasinghe. Huge responsibility of the backward just glide away noise. The call by Ranasinghe. Smart one. Good over so far, just a single. They've been keeping that stranglehold which they maintain right from the start. So it's been a good performance so far for CW Mackey. Well bowled. And gentle little dab, gets a single. interested in coming back for the second. They are going for the second, needing a better throw. Direct hit would have certainly had the man. Bowler Amit Akalanka lets it go, hoping that one touches the stumps. Wasn't the case. 2 for the total. Just a little gentle dab. Fielder got caught on his heels and he was gone. Direct hit always matters, but unfortunately wasn't on that occasion. He looks a good player, especially within the V. Gentle little dab and gets another single. Very decent over, just 4 runs off. 14 done, 73 for 6. Very, very interesting stage of this game. 14 overs done, just 6 more overs remaining. The approach, that's the key. They have 4 wickets. They've seen batters coming down the order, done exceedingly well. Talking about the officials, this game. Match referee Mangala Jayasena. And 2 umpires in the middle, Vasanta Kumara and Chintaka Gamage. Plenty of adjustments in the field. Wicketkeeper getting involved, is in the ideal position. And this man got off to a rollicking start, picked up a wicket, just given away 2 runs. Ideally suited at this stage. A full toss. Smashed away, reaching the field on first bounce. I'm starting to thinking Aditya Veerasinghe just perhaps tried to hit it too hard. It was dipping. Could have ideally gone through Sportylk region instead of mid-wicket region. Single nevertheless. That's a good delivery in a part of the bat towards mid-wicket region. Just a single. 3 fielders patrolling the boundaries on the onside. Deep mid-wicket. Wide long on. And deep backward Sportylk. So method of operation, getting it in line with the stumps. Generously flighted once again, inner part of the bat. Fielder getting himself busy. A dot ball. So crucial at this stage. 5.17 is the run rate. Not threatening. Flatter, a little bit of purchase immediately, bit of bounce, and Aditya Veerasinghe had no options but to playing it defensively off the back foot. So he's in the middle of a very good over. Dushan Dhanushka. Once again tossed it up, over extra cover region, fielder comes around, and just managing to pull that one inside the boundary line, a couple to the total. He looks a good player. Simple enough, effective techniques, Aditya Veerasinghe. This delivery is from Dushan Dhanushka. Very, very inviting. Lovely, almost back to the bowler's hand. Still a very good over, just 4 runs off 2 overs. Given away 6 runs and picked up a wicket. 15 done, 77 for 6.
Was done. NDB 77 for 6. Moment. Russian runner sinker. Still a long way to go in terms of NDB putting up a good score on the board. 77 in 15 for the loss of 6 wickets. It's not an ideal situation to be in for any team, let alone for NDB. Now, looking into the form in this tournament so far for these 2 teams, NDB obviously won both their opening games. So this is their 3rd game. And they're on a winning streak. 2 matches, 2 wins. couldn't have asked for a better start in the tournament. But this match today, certainly the things have not worked out in their favour. Whereas CW Mackey yet to record a win in this tournament. Lost both their opening games, so quite the contrasting fortune so far in this match for CW Mackey and for NDB. Yeah, worked away towards the onside. Could be a leg by. We'll wait for the confirmation. Yeah, there we go. Worked away around the legs once again for another single. Could be another leg by. Is it? Is it? No, no. No signal there from the umpire. So came off the bat. The projected score at this stage says 102, but that certainly is not going to be enough for NDB Bank. So we'll try to go after the bowling, especially at the end of this over. There's a good bit of work there from the bowler. Nuwan Vijayasuriya bowled well today into his last over. Picked up a couple of wickets and have given away only 14 runs. Certainly took CW Mackey right into this game, right from the start of this match from the morning. It was all about CW Mackey. Inside edge. Overthrows, and the batters will cross the ends for a single. So NDB Group A currently stands at number 1. They're sitting pretty on the top. 2 back-to-back wins. Now this time a much better shot on the offside. But there is protection. That sweeper cover for just a single. And that's the end of the over. 16 done, 81 for 6. Bowling efforts, Aravinda Vikramathilaka, 1 wicket for 15 and a couple of wickets for Nuwan Vijayasuriya. And then 1 wicket apiece for Amit Akalanka. I think he bowled well for his 4 overs, 1 for 19. And Navidu Nuwan 1 for 16. And Dushant Anushka picking up 1 wicket for 6 runs as well. And he's going to bowl his 3rd over and the 17th over of the match. 81 for 6 NDB. This time it goes high up in there. Chance. Just falling short of the fielder. And couple of runs. Got to hurry. This could be out, is it? Yes, it is. Not good run in between the wickets this time. He was ball watching the whole time. He was high up in there and no chance to the fielder. And plenty of time for the batters. I thought there were a couple of runs quite easily that time. There we go. He was ball watching. He was late to go for that first run. And then not good run in between the wickets. Just a casual jog that first run. And there we go. Way too late. And he's not even in the frame. That's very unfortunate for NDB Bank. But once again, just a reckless execution from NDB. The 7th wicket goes down for 82 in 16.1 overs. NDB 82 for 7. Quick single. Ah, could have been another close chance. Could have been another very close chance, that one. Just a tap and run that time from the new batter, Shanun Saile. Tossed up onto the offside. This could go the way. Yes, it does. Not a good bit of fielding there down in the deep. The long off fielder had the chance to cut it down, but nicely struck from Rashan Ranasinghe. We've seen plenty of shots being played on the offside, on the up. Just hoiking it on the top of that covers fielder. But these are important runs, valuable runs for NDB. Yeah, much better, much better. And they're coming back for the second run. That is poor from the fielder. So two back-to-back fielding lapses there from CW Mackey. First one a boundary and then a couple of runs. More runs on the onside. Oh, nicely bowled. Just enough turn to beat that outside edge. That's another good over for NDB. 8 runs coming off from that over. 17 done, 90 for 7. Yeah, the 28-run partnership between Chatham Kavishit and Rashan Ranasinghe came in. Just 27 deliveries. For the moment, they looked good out there in the middle. But again, those reckless shots from NDB really cost them this game so far. 90 for 7. And odds are in the favour of CW Mackey to record their first win in this tournament. But it's been a good effort in terms of bowling from CW Mackey. Putting pressure right on the NDB, the group toppers. Right, so 3 more overs to go. Pradeep Nishanka being brought in. His first over went for 7 runs. That goes high up in there. Just a single. Now the intentions are quite clear. Rashan Ranasinghe might try to go all the way, might try to clear the boundary, might try to go for some big shots. And this is where the fielders down in the boundary should be extra careful of. Got to be right in their toes. A push towards the offside. Couple of runs. Oh, that's very poor run in between the wickets. Surely there were 3 runs there. Had they taken that first run hard, it's just a casual jogging. The couple of runs, yeah, once again, just short of a 1 run there. Both these batters just not running hard enough. Right, so 90s, 93 for the losses, 7 wickets. Leading edge will be just a single. Gone. Full and straight. And he does the job for Pradeep Nishankar. He picks up his first wicket. And Rashan Ranasinghe has to head back to the pavilion. 94 for 8 now. NDB in deep trouble. And CW Mackey just doing the right thing here, picking up wickets in regular intervals. And this time, a much better execution. Full and straight. And the batter just wildly swinging. So the 8th wicket goes down for 94 runs for NDB Bank. We've got 14 more deliveries remaining in this game and only a couple of wickets for NDB. Pradeep Nishankar with the breakthrough for CW Mackey, and Rashan Ranasinghe is gone for 20 of 22 deliveries. Avin Peshala, he's a new man in 16 matches for him in this format. Worked away towards the deep third man for a single. Nicely worked away from Avin Peshala. Right, so 95 for 8. Shanun Saile. Last ball of this over from Pradeep Nishankar. Got to make it full and straight. Ah, that's up in there. This could be out. Oh, it's gone all the way for a boundary, a 4. That was a tough one. He had to run backwards. For the moment, I thought he was in the game. But just a couple of boundaries. Just hitting that toe part of the bat, but just enough power to get it away from that fielder. And look at that, he was running towards his back. Not in a comfortable position at all. But that's a valiant effort, but just not enough to stop that ball from going all the way towards the boundary. So a boundary to finish things off. 99 on the board for 8 at the end of over number 18. Right, so Dishant Dhanushka to bowl his 4th over. Could be a wide. And more runs added to the total. So 3 runs added to the total and 100 is up for NDB with that 3 runs. Yeah, tossed up, a full toss. Just a single. Another quick single. Good run in between the wickets this time from NDB. They were quite sluggish in terms of running between the wickets all throughout this match. Got a couple of run-outs. Missed out on chances to get 2, to convert those 2s into 3s. Right, more runs on the board. Couple of runs. Right, so 9 runs coming off from this over. Here we go, the last ball. Right, so 10 runs from the 19th over. NDB with 1 more over to go. 109 for 8. Right, so 19 done, 109 for 8. Here we go, the last over from Pradeep Nishankar. Slow delivery to start with. Will be just a single. This could be a wide as it is. That was very close to the wide line. And bowler looks at the umpire in disbelief. That's up in there. This could go all the way for a boundary. Yes, it is a 6. Is that the first 6 of the innings? Shanun Shaili just right in time brings up a 6. Just keeping it full and straight this time. Just not too full enough for me. Just in that slot from Pradeep Nishankar. And once again down the ground. This could go all the way. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a good hit. Back-to-back sixers for NDB. And the score goes up to 123 now. This is exactly the boost they wanted at the back end of the innings. And Shanun is certainly providing that for NDB in this last over. So back-to-back sixers. Pradeep Nishankar under pressure. And 3 more legal deliveries to go. This could go once again all the way towards the boundary. Yes, it does. 6, 6 and a 4. Shanun is certainly making a statement out there in the middle. First one over mid-wicket, second one down the ground, and this one a boundary, a slower delivery on the offside. And just slashed it through the backward of point to get it all the way towards the boundary. Right. So 127. 2 more deliveries to go. Here's Pradeep Nishankar. Is that a 6? Yes, it is. 6, 6, 4, and another 6 now. Wow. Some hitting from Shanun. Again full and right on the slot. It's like he's asking for trouble, Pradeep Nishankar. He had a good change of pace. He did that in the previous over, but this time around he's getting everything right on the slot for Shanun. Right, so 24 runs from this over. Last ball. Oh, yes, that's out. That's out. But the damage is already done. 24 runs coming off from that last over. That spoils the record for Pradeep Nishankar. He completes his 3 overs, 1 for 40. And at the end of over number 20, NDB finishes on 133 for the loss of 8 wickets. And all thanks to Shanun Shaili. 34 of just 12 deliveries. It's been a wonderful effort with the bat in hand from him at the back end of the innings. And now the target is set for CW Mackey as they need 134 runs in 20 overs to win this game against NDB. CW Mackey, they would be pretty disappointed with their efforts at the start, right until that 17th over. They were in control of this game. They picked up wickets. NDB were already 7 down, 8 down when it comes to that 17th over. But that last couple of overs, I think that 18th over went for 9 to 10 runs, then again the 19th, and then the 20th over just went for 24 runs. So this is how it looks at the end for NDB. The batting card, the 20s, couple of, or rather 3 20s for NDB. Sohan the Mill 22 of 20 at the top of the innings. Then Rashan Ranasinghe pitched in with 20 of 22 deliveries, and then Shanun Saile 34 of just 13 deliveries to get them to 133 at the end of their 20 overs. I think they'll be pretty happy with their effort, NDB, given how devastated they were at the end of the 15th to 16th over with 6-7 wickets down, but they've come back quite strongly. Looking into the bowling, a commendable effort from CW Mackey, from most of the bowlers. 1 wicket for Aravinda Vikramathilake, a couple of wickets for Nuwan, which is Surya, and then 1 wicket apiece for Amit Takalanka. I think he bowled well, and Navadu Nuwan 1 wicket for 16. Pradeep Nisanka 1 for 40, and Dushan Dhanushka picking up 1 wicket for 25. You can see the 8th wicket falling down at 94, but they finishes on 133 for the loss of 9 wickets in 20 overs. So let's have a look at the highlights of this innings from the NDB. This was at the coin toss. CW Mackey won the toss and elected to bowl first, and they really paid justice to that decision by picking up wickets right from the start and didn't really allow the batters from the NDB to settle down. It was a good effort from the bowlers. You can see the inside edges coming into play right from the start. It was a wonderful effort with the ball. But Sohan Demel just went on nicely. I think he batted well. He proved that confidence in the team, played a couple of big shots. He scored 22 of just 20 deliveries, and was very unfortunate to get dismissed. But wickets started to tumble one after another. This was Sohan Demel at its best, playing that cut shot on the offside, or rather on the offside, and really made sure that they put CW Mackey right on the back foot. But wicket started to rumble. This was the wicket of Sohan Demel, and fielding efforts have been quite good. The catching has been quite good from CW Mackey, but the ground fielding, we saw quite a couple of lapses from CW Mackey in their field, and couldn't really stop certain boundaries that were meant to be stopped. But yeah, overall they'd be pretty disappointed, especially with the end, with the last 5 overs, especially not the last 5 overs, but I would say the last 3 overs, how that turned out to be, because they almost got 10 runs of each of those over, including 24 runs of Pradeep Nishanka in that last over. And this was that last over, all thanks to Shanun Saile, who batted brilliantly in those last few overs to take NDB to a competitive total of 133 at the end of their 20 overs. So we have something, the NDB bowlers especially have something to bowl at, and it will be a very interesting contest when they come into the run chase. CW Mackey, and remember NDB winning both their opening matches, and CW Mackey contrasting fortunes, lost their matches. So 133 for the loss of 9 wickets for NDB. Can see the reactions from the teammates. It tells you the story, and they're overly elated the fact that they got 133 runs on the board at the end of their 20 overs. So the target is set 134 or of 120 deliveries, and we'll take a short break and we'll be back with the run chase.
And should be an interesting game. Mercantile E-Division T20 League Tournament. Game between NDB and CW Mackey. CW Mackey, just as we mentioned, searching for their first win. I thought by winning the toss, inviting the opposition into bat, they did a stellar job. Picked up wickets earlier on, but towards the latter part, Saleh scoring 34 runs, blistering knock, just 13 deliveries, three huge sixes and 2 boundaries, given a serious deal of impetus. And this is a decent score, and I have no doubt this will be a very, very interesting one. Going down 3 out of 3 will curtail the chances of progressing into the second round. That's in respect of CW Mackey. But for NDB, winning 2 out of 2, 3 out of 3 will definitely increase their chances of remaining top. Very, very interesting tournament with the participation of 13 teams. This group consisting 6 teams, the table toppers NDB. They were in a spot of bother, losing as many as 6 wickets before the partnership between 2 lower order batters. And Shannon Solly with a blistering finish, finishing things up on a higher note. CW Mackey will have to bat really, really well. We found right throughout this tournament scores of around 130, 140. Sort of in-between scores proven very, very effective. For the same reason, they will have to get off to a very good start, have enough wickets in hand, and take calculated risk was in order. Lost their game against HSBC by a whisker, just a single. So they'll be fighting hard to stay alive in this tournament. First delivery. Loud shout, impact outside. Decent enough, not offering a shot. Very poor judgment by Ranuka Muthukuda. In swinger. The day belongs to this man, this young man, batted superbly and starting things off, just rolling his arm over, picked up a wicket. Let's have another look. Prodigious in swing and decent enough. Just the impact goes outside the off stump, but the movement will definitely taking the delivery in towards the stump. 1 down for none. Ranuka Muthukuda out for naught of the first ball. Golden duck. LBW ball Saleh. So immediately under pressure, CW Mackey, team that's searching their first win, Ushan Ranasinghe. New batsman into the crease to face the second delivery of their innings. 134. They have 119 deliveries, as many as 9 wickets in hand. Someone will have to bat really, really well. Something special got to give. They have a very strong bowling lineup. Done pretty decently. Ushan Ranasinghe, fairly decent average, 29.63 strike rate, 100%. And man who went on to score 100. He's gonna need every bit of it. They found themselves under pressure right from the word go. Shannon Saleh striking first delivery. Just cannot ask for a better start. Those are the figures. Bit of a part-timer, 3 for 15. Picked up 6 wickets and average. He will definitely improve. Gentle seamer, the second delivery. Got that on the way. Fielder in the deep comes around. So it's a good start for Ushan Ranasinghe. Looks like a man who's keen on going on search for runs. Midway through, NDB was stuttering. Here's the figures. For Nuwan Vijayasuriya, pretty decent. Best of 46, 123.7. That's a decent strike rate in this format. It's just about doing your best. Just glide away towards third, gets a single. Decent start. So plenty of singles and twos available. Going through the stats of this tournament, 65, close to 65% of all deliveries ended up as dot balls. And for the same reason, you shouldn't go always on the lookout for boundaries. Well, ball going down the leg side. Excellent on-field call. Bit of bounce as well. So he's off to a very good start. NDB so far done everything right. Prodigious in-swing. Someone who's not striving for too much of pace. We've seen quite a few bowlers, deeply doubly medium pace bowlers, troubling the batters, especially on a mat. Try to cut that one away. A little bit of bounce. That time bending his back, getting a little bit of bounce off the mat. Shannon Saleh. Excellent day so far. 3 towering sixes and starting up really nicely. Good lines and lengths, getting a wicket off first ball. His confidence skyrocketed. Within the tram lines, excellent over, just 2 runs off. NDB off to an excellent start. 1 done, 2 for 1. They do have a very strong batting lineup. Aravind Vikramathilaka, the skipper, due to come in next. Suchira Ruwan. So huge responsibility, searching for their first win. So everyone will have to contribute. Very good over. Shannon Saleh given away 2 runs and picked up a wicket straight away. CW Mackey starting up on the back foot. Not ideal. You got to maintain a run rate above 6. So pretty much run a ball. Sagaran Ojaran. 17 matches, 6 for 33. So he's a wicket taker. Excellent average, 16.48. Economy is also good. So he's one of their key bowlers. Anuj Dharan. Left arm. Seam up deliveries. Always very, very useful. A full toss straight away. Smashed away and good bit of fielding. Struck with some power. Fielder at wide mid-on region comes around. Nuwan Vijayasuriya, Ushan Ranasinghe. They got to give themselves a very good start. 131 runs still remaining. Already top order batter back in the hut. Not the ideal sort of a start you are hoping for. Sagaran Ojaran settling into good lines and lengths is important. Inner part of the bat worked away towards fine and gets a single. Good cricket. Get what's on offer. Not always need to go on search for big hits. We saw the top order batters for NDB perhaps try to pick up boundaries each and every delivery. Made mistakes with their shot selections and never really got on. Very strong batting lineup, ending up only scoring 133, and the game is opened up. Ooh, going for a wild heave over mid-wicket region. Sagar Anuj Dharan moves the ball in towards the right-hander and opening himself up. Nuwan Vijayasuriya, in fact, tried to blast that one towards mid-wicket region. It's important getting few boundaries inside the first power play, but at the same time, you just cannot concede too many wickets. T20, game of momentum. This time gets it over the slip fielders for a boundary. Valiant effort. A thought fielder just maybe touched the boundary, and umpires will very keenly having a look at it. Sticking with the fielder's call, just 2 runs. This will confirm us whether that one touched or gone past the boundary line. That's a boundary. So, not the right call. It's about sportsmanship. Down the leg side, worked away, and initially considering the possibility of a single, noise the call by the non-striker. Would have been curtains. Segaran Ojoran settling into good lines and lengths. Good over so far, just given away 3. We had a look at Ranasinghe's figure. A century to his name. Goes to tell you that he's the key man in CW Mackey batting lineup. Bat under pressure. Good players generally does that. Well bowled. Was in the air for a while. I'm starting to wonder whether he conventional delivery, disconcerting bounce. No harm done. Second over done. 5 for the loss of 1 wicket. Looking at the equation, 129, they have as many as 108 deliveries. 9 wickets in hand, in with a very good chance of winning their first game of this tournament and progressing well to remaining matches. Made room and almost a stunner. Diving forward. They are not very keen on coming back for the second. 2 was on quite clearly. Shannon Zali almost picked up his second. Not quite. He says, that's all right, mate. Fine effort. 10 out of 10. Almost carried. Almost carried. Went underneath the fielder. Picking up just a single. That's more like it, gets it over the infield. No doubts whatsoever. The sound tells a story. Ushan Ranasinghe getting his first boundary. There's no doubt, man, who's keen on picking up boundaries. Opening himself up. Giving a little bit of room. Clears the front pad and through the line of the delivery. Way to go. Try to cut that one away. Touch too close to the body. Ushan Ranasinghe is in the mood. Boundaries will always get yourself going. 124 of 105 balls. No real run rate pressure. Just have enough wickets in hand. Pace your inning accordingly. Outside the off stump. Touch too wide. Another extra to the total. CW Mackey. Batters definitely wouldn't mind that. 11 for 1 now. Required run rate well within control. 7.03. Not an issue. Well bowled. Slowing it down. Back up a length off the back for Ushan Ranasinghe. Very, very keen on going on the lookout for boundaries. similar to the opening batter who started the innings for NDB, Sohan Dimel, if I'm not mistaken. Likes to go for big shots. Shannon Saleh. Coming down the track, a Yorker. Smart bowling. Saw the man coming down the track. Went with a fuller delivery with the batsman advancing. Turning up to be a Yorker. Very well done. A dot ball. Doesn't matter whichever the stage of this game. Dot balls definitely adding to the pressure. Cut away really nicely. No stopping. 4 more. Ushan Ranasinghe picks up his second boundary. Things starting to look good for CW Mackey now. Oh, lovely. Room outside the off stump. Invitation extended. He obliges, picking up another boundary. Superb shot. Good cricket so far from Ushan Ranasinghe. Completes the third, 15 for 1. Immediately after a couple of boundaries, current run rate 5 and over. Sagar Anojdaran. It was a very good first over for young left armer. No slip fielders. A sort of a gully fielder. He was little tentative outside the off stump, considering the possibilities of gliding that one towards third. And last moment, deciding not to go for it. Perhaps the wise decision. Sort of a second and a half. Yeah, the slip fielder was very wide. Sitting in at second slip position. Goes aerial. Should be taken. Fielder. Oh, that's a good catch. Goes a long way up and swirling in the air. Fielder really neatly getting underneath and well taken. Those are never easy, and Nuwan Vijay Surya perishes for 4. Sagar Anojdaran picking up his first wicket. Not the smart piece of batting, I can tell you. Just maybe try to hit it too hard. He was eyeing to get it over wide long on region. Top half of the bat. Well judged, well settled, well taken, good hands. Nuwan Vijay Surya out for 4 of 7 deliveries. Well taken by Isuru Wijetunga. Sagar Anojdaran picking up his first. Now just like NDB, CW Mackey losing too many wickets for their liking. 2 for 15, never the best start. We are chasing a score of around 130, 140. You need your top order batters to remain till the end. But unfortunately, losing 2 of their best batters, found themselves under a little bit of pressure now. Sagar Anojdaran. He definitely feels confident about himself. Pradeep Nissanka, left-hander, right-left combination, generally beneficial for the batting side. Still inside the first power play. You need to utilize the first power play to give yourself a good chance of chasing down 133. Sagar Anojdaran. Those are the figures for Nissanka. Best of 30, so he's a bit of a dasher. Good hands, worked away. Quite possibly they will come back for the second. No, they won't. We saw sense of urgency by NDB batters while they were batting when it comes to running. Just there was a couple of run-outs, but running in between the sticks was far better than what CW Mackey displayed so far. Plenty of quick singles, twos. They've turned twos into threes. Quite brisk with their running. Initially considering the possibilities of an uppercut. Slip fielder very keenly watching. Ushan Ranasinghe living dangerously. Manoj Duran got fair deal of pace. Nice rhythmic approach. Very steady at the delivery stride. Looks like a bowler who's capable of crank it up if needed. Got away but straight to the field at point region. Dot balls definitely adds to the pressure. 7.3 the required run rate. As long as you're not allowing the required run move past 8, 9, maybe 10 and over. Total for around 130. Definitely manageable. But the only question, they've lost 2 wickets. So the approach is an interesting one. Ushan Ranasinghe, 10 of 14. Slow down touch. Slower delivery, very well bowled and equally well read by Ushan Ranasinghe. Could have easily gone for a lofted shot. So that's a very good over. 4 done, 16 for 2. CW Mackey under pressure. When you have lost 2 wickets and found yourself under pressure just like that, 2 wickets never helping the cause, not a big total. So the Worms pretty even, Steven at this stage. NDB 2 if I'm not mistaken, lost just about 2-3 wickets before they are reaching 30 runs. We got ourselves another bowling change. Kavishit, Chatum Kavishit, I thought done a fairly decent job with a bat. Built up a partnership together with Ranasinghe. 4 for 60. That's his best figures. Plenty of fielders on the offside. Third point extra. And down the leg side. Scoring opportunity. You got just a single fielder down on the boundary at fine leg region. Looks a very strong man. You need every bit of it. Crucial game, a must-win game for CW Mackey. That's more like it down the ground, but straight to the fielder, goes for a single. They'll be decisive with their calling as a result. Getting the single quite easily at the end. Chatum Kavishit. Plenty of gentle seam bowlers in operation today for CW Mackey. The skipper started off really well. Chatum Kavishit, fairly decent. Just conceded a single and no slip fielders. Take a look at the offside field. A full toss. Smashed away, but straight to the fielder. Bit of a mix-up, but luckily the throw wasn't a good one. Ushan Ranasinghe is definitely not happy about that. Nisanka went beyond the halfway mark, but luckily the throw wasn't a good one. Setting himself up. There's no doubt, absolutely no doubt. He's on the lookout for boundaries. Shaping up for a shot over mid-wicket region, just maybe over wide mid-on region. It's a very good start. Chatham Kavishit on the offside. You got plenty of fielders on the offside to cut down the singles, to cut down the boundaries. So, sticking to a task, sticking to a plan. Chatham Kavishit, very good over so far. Pressure is building up. Goes aerial, should be taken. Fielder settling underneath and taken quite easily. Another one bites the dust, and this time Ushan Ranasinghe. He was searching for boundaries for a while now, 18 deliveries. But this time, goes aerial and perishes. He was looking for solid connection, which wasn't there. Gain height. And quite easily taken, if I'm not mistaken. He's the same fielder who took the first catch. 5 done, 17 for 3 man out. Ushan Ranasinghe for 10 of 19 deliveries. Well taken by Ushan Ranasinghe. Chatham Kavishit picks up a wicket. Excellent over.
What a start for NDB. This is a reason why they're right on the top of the points table with 2 back-to-back wins. Their bowling has been superb throughout this tournament, and now they're giving that fight back with the ball in hand. 3 wickets down for 17 at the end of over number 5. Just a below par total. But the captain of NDB did mention that they were anyway targeting around 140, 150. This is Aravinda Vikramatilaka, 7 matches, highest score of 26. He's a new man in for NDB. So they almost got there. All thanks to that hike at the latter part of the innings. This time through the offside he goes. 1 bounce and into the boundary line. A good start to this over. And Pradeep Nishanka, whose last over with the ball in hand, went for 24 runs. Now he's got a job to do. Can he become the man for CW Mackey to take them towards that victory? Because he certainly gave away 24 runs. His 3 overs went for 40 runs. So can he give that redemption for CW Mackey with the bat in hand? Nicely bowled. Kept it very tight outside the off stump. That's a good comeback after being struck down for a boundary. There we go. This time it goes high up in there. Chance. Oh! What happened there? Pradeep Nishanka just tried to work that ball towards the onside, but it just kept rushing in. And Sagar once again just kept it very tight right outside the off stump. It was up in there for some time and no chance to the fielder. Maybe there was a chance if he had put in a dive, but nevertheless, I would take that as a drop chance for sure. A chance for sure. Oh, nicely bowled. Put in that pressure. Right on the new batter, Aravinda. Sagar Anojdaran has been quite successful so far to bowl his third over. Have given away only 9 runs and have picked up a wicket as well. Picked up almost his second wicket this over. Leading edge. Maybe it came off the pad. But no runs taken. Gone straight, and it does the job. That's a 4th wicket down for CW Mackey. 22 for the loss of 4 wickets now. And Aravinda, he's gone for a duck. There we go, full, and just clipping that off stump at the base. So 4 down for 22 now. Aravinda Vikramatilaka is gone for a duck. And Sagar Anojdaran with the breakthrough to pick up his 2nd wicket. Right, so 6 overs done, 22 for the loss of 4 wickets. Shatum Kavishit back with the ball in hand, picked up a 1 wicket for just 1 run in his first over. So 22 for 4. I worked away towards the offside or the onside, straight into that points field. $112 more runs. That 112 looks like 200 at this stage of the game for CW Mackey. A long way to go. That's a good on drive this time from Pradeep Nishanka. With just a single. Right, so at this stage of the game, 112 of 83 deliveries. Seems manageable at this stage of the game. With plenty of overs remaining, you can see the run rate. The required run rate is almost 8.5 runs per over, but they need to make sure that they get that run rate up and above at least 5 runs. This is Navidu Nuwansara, 7 matches, 122 runs for him. Need some good effort from him. So if they work on that run rate to get it notch higher to at about 5.5 runs per over, things will get back to manageable stage for CW Mackey. But the problem is they are already 4 wickets down, but with 110 runs to get in 82 deliveries, you don't necessarily have to take any risk at this stage of the game. Just work on those 1s and 2s and get around 5 to 6 runs per over. You can easily get that if you work the ball towards the gaps. If you work that ball towards, especially on the onside, there's plenty of gaps open around. Now with the fielding restrictions lifted, so that is something that these two batters should make sure, because Pradeep Nishanka obviously has that ability to go for those big shots. We saw in the previous over how he carved that ball on the offside. So he has that ability, and it's just a matter of understanding what is required at this stage for CW Mackey. Just work on those 1s and 2s and get around 5 to 6 runs per over and see how things will progress. Now already 3 runs coming off from this over, or rather 4 runs coming off from this over, from couple more deliveries remaining. There we go, much better. Just like that. Just working that ball down towards the third man for a single. And now, with that wide, 5 runs have come in quite nicely. Risk-free cricket, that is exactly what these two batters should do at this stage, at least for the next 5 to 6 overs. That has to be the plan for Pradeep Nishanka and Navidu Nuwansara. And then see whether he could go for those big shots. Because Pradeep Nishanka has that ability. He can hit that long ball, he can make sure that the runs are coming in nicely. And now with the Nuwansara at the other end, just like that. Now this time it goes high up in there, but no chance, and it's gone all the way for a 6. Just like that, 11 runs from that over. That's a good one for CW Mackey, and that's the end of the over as well. So this is exactly what I mentioned. Pradeep Nishanka, he has that ability to go for those big shots. There we go, risk-free. It was up in there, but there was no fielder. There were no fielders down in the deep in that region. So he was exploiting. He was trying to go after that. In the end, at the end of the day, he got successful. 7 overs done, 33 for 4. Right, so 33 for 4 in 7 overs. Nicely pushed this time, Aditya Veerasinghe. With the ball in hand, 10 matches, 17 wickets for Aditya. He's bowling his first over. Nicely slow through the air, this time a full toss. Oh, confusion. No run there. says Pradeep Nishankar. But I thought there was a signal there. The fielder was touched away. Or was that a chance? Was that a chance? The reaction from the bowler says so, but this is good bowling. Put in the pressure. Last over went for 11 runs, but this over so far, 5 consecutive dot deliveries. Navidun Wansara not finding it easy to negotiate with the bowling of Tarindu. Rather, Aditya Veerasinghe, beg your pardon. Nicely bowled once again. So mid to start off with for Aditya Veerasinghe. 8 overs done, 33 for 4. So 33 for 4, 8 overs completed, 101 more runs required, 72 deliveries, 12 overs remaining. And Pradeep Nishankar and Navidun Wansara really need to make sure, especially Navidun Wansara, just finding it a bit too uncomfortable out there in the middle from the looks of it. And here's Sohan Dibel with the break, with the ball in hand. 12 matches, 12 wickets for him. Was good with the bat in hand, but now got a job to do with the ball in hand too as well. Taken. See, this is the area where CW Mackey should really concentrate on. They got 11 runs from the over one before the previous one. This time through the offside he goes. That's a good looking shot. Might not go all the way for a boundary, but at least a couple on offer. So 3 runs from this over. Navidun Wansara, what can he do? Well, it's quite simple. Gotta work on those 1s and 2s. This time a much better shot, and through the gap he picks up a boundary. Just what is required at this stage for CW Mackey. And now 7 runs from this over. Right, so there's so much back in this game. That's not a good delivery. See, once again, lack of pace and touch too short. It's not that short, but still that lack of pace allowed the batter to work that ball around or to play it in front of the square. And again, this time, it's high up in there and it's dropped. Well. Those are the chances that you got to hold on to. Let's have a look at that again. Once again, a similar kind of shot. The previous one, he played it in front of square. But this time, he played it right into the hands of that square leg fielder but he drops it. So 9 overs done, 41 for 4. Aditya Veerasinghe back with the ball in hand. Worked very nicely. Now the runs are coming in nicely for CW Mackey. This is exactly what is required at this stage. Pradeep Nishankar 16 of 12, or rather 17 of 13, and Navidu on 10 of 14. That's a good looking shot, but he's had a fielder down in the deep. There we go. Navidu this time finds a fielder. It's straight into the hands of that long on fielder, and Aditya Veerasinghe amongst the wickets now. The 5th wicket goes down for CW Mackey, and they further deplete here at Royal College grounds. Tossed up. It was there to be hit, but the batter was not much in control. He was in an awkward position. So there was always going to be that lack of power behind that shot from Navidu. So he's gone off the side, back in the pavilion for just 43 runs. And Navidu Nwansara is gone for 10 of 16 deliveries. So 43 for 5 now. Last ball of this over coming up. 91 more runs required. NDB be feeling pretty comfortable, all thanks to that cameo at the end of the innings, at the latter part of the innings rather. It really took them beyond 100 and at the same time to a competitive total of 133. Now all eyes on Pradeep Nishankar of CW Mackey. He is the man. He is the man who got to take CW Mackey right back into this game. Dushan Danushka is a new man in. Not much runs for him. In mercantile cricket, just 6 matches, 7 runs for him. So he's got a point to prove here now. Coming in at number 7. But this man, Pradeep Nishankar, he already cleared the boundary. Just got to do it more often now for CW Mackey. 43 for 5, last ball. Right, so single to finish things off. Just 3 runs and a wicket from that over. 10 overs completed, 43 for 5.
At the midway mark, just 60 deliveries, 90 runs required. Searching for their first win, CW Mackey under pressure. Lost as many as 5 wickets and found themselves under a great deal of pressure. Only Pradeep Nissanka, the settled batter. It'll be interesting to see their approach until the 15th over down the leg side. Should be a wide, an extra to the total. Score moves up to 45. Required run rate creeping up to 8.9. He was committed and just about getting back. Just managing to crease his bat down. Would have been curtains. Single wasn't on. The right call was made by Nissanka at the other end. Take a look at it. Straight to the fielder. Decent enough throw. Was touched wide. Straight a throw. Interesting replay, I can tell you. He's very lucky. Dashun Tanushka. Simple forward defense. Looking at their approach, it's just about blocking and going on the search for boundaries. They must pick up singles and twos. They have 58 deliveries. Oh, that's a superb delivery. Spun across the batsman, getting past the outside edge. Had no idea whatsoever. Tanushka. He's been getting that prodigious bounce from time to time. Sohan Demel batted decently well. Aggressive striker, scored 17. In the middle of the bat. But straight to the fielder. The non-striker, he's not very keen on picking up singles. 5 dot balls, just a single wide during this over. Pressure is immense now. They have only 5 wickets in hand. And Danushka, his job would be to getting Nissanka on strike. And this is the final delivery. Well played. Solid looking defensive shot. So that's the completion of the 11th. Very decent one. Just a single wide of 45 for 5 after 11. Once again, the previous partnership of 21 runs of 23 kept them in the hunt. Apart from that, just 15 runs for the second wicket. Not going to be enough. You're chasing down. When you're chasing down a score of around 130, you need set batters building partnerships. As we went on to mention, in this format, it's very, very tough to regather momentum once you lose it. Sohan Demel. 2 good overs, just given away 9 runs. Looks like we got another bowling change. The man who batted decently well, Aditya Veerasinghe, comes into the attack. 2 overs, 1 for 3. Good spell so far. A full toss. Excellent piece of fielding. It's just a matter of getting past that fielder for Pradeep Nissanka, which he failed to do on that occasion. Straight to the fielder, well fielded. Yet another dot ball. Pressure. Goes across the line, should be taken, fallen short. For a moment thought that one went towards the mid-wicket region, but in fact reaching the wide mid-on region. Fielder in the deep has to come a long way. He was hovering around the boundary line. Short, dabbed away, gets a single, good cricket. They need to do that more often than not. Aditya Veerasinghe, clever operator. More or less in line with the stumps and slight turn away from the bat. Capturing exciting moments. Fascinating tournament. Exciting cricket. Plenty of games, of course. 3 more games worked in and around Colombo as we speak. Down the ground, finds a gap, should only be a single. They're losing the plot. Nissanka, he's the man who can do the job for CW Mackey. who are searching for their first win. Pressure is mounting. Goes aerial. Fortunately, clear of fielders. Gets another single. Still a very good over. Just 4 runs off. 12 done. 48 for 5. Sahan Demel comes into the attack at this stage. We're looking at the bowling. Excellent figures. Anuj Zaran 2 for 9. Left arm seamer. Done the job. Saleh. Excellent day with the bat and the ball. 12 for 1. Useful contributions by Aditya Veerasinghe. And C.W. Mackey under tremendous pressure. Down the leg side. Worked away. Nicely swept and losing his bat. He's not going to come back for the second. Yes, he will. Poor piece of fielding. Would have been curtains for Danushka. Lost his bat. A decent enough throw on top of the fielder. On top of the gloves. They've certainly had the man 2 runs nevertheless. Sahan Demel, it's a good start. A dead ball. The batter wasn't ready. And Sahan Demel quite keen on finishing his overs in brisk time period. Once again. The batter has to be ready. Very short run up, I can tell you. A full toss. Driven down the ground. Should only be a single. We know for a fact Pradeep Nissanka, he is capable of clearing the boundary as and when required. So Danushka, his job would be to get his enterprising striker on strike as much as possible. Sahan Demel. Way outside the off stump, trying to cut that one away and misses it. Clever thinking. Bringing in right arm off spinners. Or he didn't make connection. He's disappointed and rush of blood. He's under pressure. Gets it over. The infield was in the air, but was in the gap. Fielder in the deep does the fielding. And only 4 runs so far. Needing beyond 9 and over. Gentle push and going for a single. Single was on. And this man, Pradeep Nissanka, quite keen on maintaining the strike. 13 done, 53 for 5. Required run rate gone up. Plenty of wickets as we're looking at the Manhattan. They've lost too many wickets. 5 to be precise. Run rate never took up. 4.08. Something special got to give. They should ideally concentrating hard on not losing wickets, especially the wicket of Pradeep Nissanka, who's on 20. He's the man who can does the job. Full toss, worked away, should only be a single. Danushka, he will surely should pick up a single and give strike back to Nissanka. They need a boundary per over from this point onward. 41 deliveries required, 80 runs. That's tough. It's getting tougher and tougher as Aditya with another dot ball. Just about to complete his spell. 3.2 overs, just 8 runs. Brilliant. Getting past the outside edge once again. Played for turn. It wasn't there. Straight to the gloves. Good glove work. It'll be very, very tough. Pradeep Nissanka or Danushka will have to bat spectacularly well. They are to stand any chance of winning this game. Not very keen on going for the single. They are quite clearly missing a trick. Nissanka. Another one going past the outside edge. Poor judgment. Good piece of bowling nevertheless by Aditya Veerasinghe. Down the leg side, worked away, and he's remained on strike, not coming back for the second. Yes, they are going for the second. Not the best piece of fielding. 2 runs to complete the 14th. CW Mackey under tremendous pressure. 56 for 5 after 14. Right now, CW Mackey facing the dilemma of whether to pick up singles or go for boundaries. They're going to need it both. 36 deliveries and 78 runs required as the skipper bringing in more changes. Avin Peshala, not the tallest looking bowler, yet another spinner. 5 for 26, so he's capable of picking up wickets. 49 wickets in 28 matches. Had he left, it would have been a wide, just a single. This is not ideal. Pradeep Nissanka getting a single and moves to the other end, exposing Dushan Dhanushka, who utilized 17 deliveries just to get 8 runs. Cutaway gets a single. Oh, they should go for singles. This is puzzling. Nissanka not very keen on going on strike. Run rate required going up. This time they go for it. Just about a carbon copy to the same fielder. Would have easily taken a single off the previous delivery. But now deciding to go for it. Just 2 runs so far. So it's been a decent over. Avin Peshala. Should be a wide way outside the off stump. The plan is pretty clear. You got plenty of fielders patrolling boundaries on the offside as well as inside the 30-yard circle. Misses it. Fuller, a half volley, losing the shape and losing the plot. I think NDB on the verge of registering their 3rd win on the trot. 14.06. That's the required run rate. You seldom see when it going past 15 and over. Team who have lost as many as 5 wickets. And the 2 batters in the middle who are struggling going past 133. So just about not making too many mistakes was in order for NDB. Improvisation, straight to the fielder, just be a single. Yet another very good over, just 5 runs off, including a wide. 61 for 5 after 15.
$15 overs done. 61 runs on the board for the loss of 5 wickets now. Pradeep Nissanka is the man. 23 off 24, 1 4 and a 6 to his name. Right, so 5 more overs to go. The required run rate creeping up, almost 15 runs per over. Dushan Dhanushka have now outscored his best figures. Coming into this game, it was 7. Now he has scored 10 runs off 20. (72 of 29 deliveries. That's the equation. Just went right in between his legs. Oh, that's a good shot. This might go the way for a 6. Yes, it does. Pradeep Nishankar once again showcasing his power. This time onto the onside. Through that mid-wicket region he goes. Sohan Debel just pitching it ever so slightly fuller. There we go. Just cleared out his front foot and played it right in that arc. Right, so much needed boundaries now. Oh, how did that miss the stumps? Pradeep Nishankar opted to play it on his back foot. Just almost got a wicket there, Sohan Debel. This time, through the offside, up in there, a chance, and it's taken. Is that the final nail in the coffin for the CW Mackey? Pradeep Nishankar, he's gone for 29, tried to clear the boundary. He did clear the boundary on the onside through that mid-wicket, but this time around, tried to play it on the offside, tried to play it on the up, but only to find that long off fielder down in the boundary line. But a good effort from Pradeep Nishankar. He's gone for 29, and Sohan Debel picks up a wicket. This time as well, once again, going towards that offside. But that long off fielder, he's not going to drop that. So 68 for 6. Pradeep Nishankar is gone for 29. Shanuka Dingamage, 3 matches, 13 runs with the highest score of 9. Quick single this time. A much needed breakthrough. NDB, they were already in control of this game. But now with the wicket of Pradeep Nishankar, have they sealed the deal here at Royal College Ground? 69 for 6, last ball of this over. A dot delivery to finish things off. Sohan Debel completes his 4 overs, 1 for 21, 16 done, 69 for 6. Oh, this time it's high up in there, a chance, and it's taken. Looked very comfortable, Shannon, with the catch down in the deep. And the 7th wicket goes down. Aveen Peshala, the first ball of his second over, has picked up a wicket. Shanuka Dingamage tried to clear the boundary. That's what was required at this stage. As we talked about the run rate creeping up. And the batter trying to clear the boundary, but a good catch. He just made it look so simple out there in the middle. So 69 for 7 now. Shanuka Dingamage is gone for 1 of 2 deliveries. Oh, was that a chance? I think it just went right through his hands. A couple of runs there. Tossed up nicely, enticing the batter to play that shot. Oh, just went through his hands. Could have been the 8th wicket. Aveen Peshala tossed up once again. Played it on the up. This is the last wicket. Played it on the up. Tried to clear the boundary on the offside. Rather than on the onside. And a good take from the long on fielder. Oh, played it very, very late that time. Aveen Peshala is doing the right thing. He's bowling with lack of pace. Just making it touch too hard for the batters to work with. Last ball of this over. Oh, very close, very close. 17 overs done. 73 for 7. Right, so 73 for 7. Here's Segar Anuj Ratnam. I think he bowled well. 2 for 19. Just 3 overs. This time through the gap he goes. Might go all the way. No, what a good save. A really good save that time. Just stopped a certain boundary. Nice work from the fielder. Stopped an absolute certain boundary that time. It was driven firmly by the fielder, by the batter. And look at this effort. Ah, yes. Wonderful, wonderful effort. 10 out of 10 for that effort. Dishant Anushka is on 14 of 14 deliveries. 61 of 18. Oh, confusion, but this time he makes the ground. The ball actually got deflected off the pads of the batter at the striker's end. So that's why the batter at the non-striker's end wanted to go for that run. Good work, really good work. Segar Ranojratnam. 2 for 12 in just 3.2 overs. He picked up those wickets early on. He bowled well. His first spell was absolutely dominating. Now there in the middle. This time through the offside he goes. Might not go. Another good save. Another good save this time from the fielder. Is that the same fielder though? No, not the same fielder. But the effort, 10 out of 10 for that effort as well. Gone. Segar Ranojratnam picks up his third. Danushka was in a very awkward position to play that shot. And the 8th wicket goes down. 78 for 8 now, with one more ball to go in this over. Dushan Danushka is gone for 18 of 28 deliveries. And CW Mackey, 78 for 8. Suchiran Ruan is the new man in. 3 matches for him so far. A mercantile cricket, a right-handed batter. Nothing much to talk in terms of statistics for Suchiran Ruan. Load of batters coming in at number 10 for CW Mackey. Worked away towards the offside. Could be just a single. Right, so 18 overs done. 79 for 8 now. Here's the 19th over. Tossed up. Oh, Avin Peshala. He bowled well. His first 2 overs went for just 9 runs. You're bowling him with such control, not giving any width as well as pace on offer for either of these two batters. Suchiran Ruan is coming in at number 10. Now the game is almost sealed for NDB. See how valuable was that knock from that batter at the latter part of the innings. Really took NDB. They gave them that confidence. Because if it's not for that knock, they would have probably ended up at anything around 90 or just above 100. And now with your opposition at 81 for 8, the pressure would probably be on your side as well. But now with that knock that came in nicely at the latter part of the innings, now NDB, they're in a much more comfortable position. Worked away now this time for another single. Last ball of this over, 5 consecutive singles. Down the ground this time. Could be just a single. So 6 singles coming in at the 19th over. And 19 done, 85 for 8. Vijay, the captain, to bowl the last over. Oh, this time, nice bit of fielding. Stopped a certain boundary that time. Still, even with 49 more runs required, they haven't given up. See, that's the reason as to why they're at the top of the table. Right, now the game is sealed for NDB. It's been a wonderful, comprehensive performance from NDB. That knock at the latter part of the innings. I keep telling you that knock, that knock. Let me tell you the name of the batter who actually gave that chance for NDB. Shanun Saile. What's his name? 34 of 13 with 3 sixes and 2 fours. Now this time, goes on the offside. Might go all the way. No, there is a fielder down in the deep. And that's a game for NDB. It's been a wonderful and a comprehensive win for them. A win that will keep them right at the top of the table with 3 wins out of 3 games for NDB. And their dominant performance, their unbeaten streak, it continues here at Royal College Ground. So 133 is what they got, and now they got CW Mackey restricted for 90 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in 20 overs. So it's been a wonderful performance from CW Mackey. And that's a third loss, if I'm not mistaken, for CW Mackey in this tournament. We'll look at the points table. Yeah, 3 out of 3 losses. You can see that CW Mackey, they had a good chance in this game against the table toppers to really gain that confidence. But yeah, not gonna be easy now for CW Mackey. But NDB, they'll be the happy bunch, winning 3 out of 3 games and just came out of nowhere to win this game quite comprehensively. At one stage, I mentioned this earlier as well, at one stage it was all about CW Mackey. They won the toss, elected to ball first. But now, look at the result. They were, what, 9 down, 8 down for 90, 80 odd runs. But Shannon Siley really took them a chance in this game. And their batters have done a good job, and now the bowlers have done the job as well. So 90 for the loss of 8 wickets in 20 overs, and it's the game for NDB as they record their 3rd win right on the trot in this tournament. Let's have a look at the batting card for CW Mackey. Just 29 runs for Pradeep Nishankar. He did well. He tried his best, but couldn't really continue much as they got restricted. 490 runs at the end of the 20 overs with just 4 extras. It's been a disciplined bowling effort from NDB to restrict CW Mackey for just 90 runs. So let's have a look at the bowling performance of NDB. 3 wickets for Segar Anuj Dharan. I think he bowled well for his 4 overs, just given away 15 runs, and 1 wicket apiece for Shannon Siley. Chatum Kavishit, Aditya Veerasinghe bowled well for his 4 overs, just 10 runs for 1 wicket. And then Sohan Dimel 1 for 21, and Naveen Peshula picking up 1 wicket for 15 runs as well. Wickets falling in regular intervals, and 90 for 8 in 20 overs for NDB. So highlights. And CW Mackey lost a wicket very early in the game. This was the first one. The finger going up. No shot offered from Banuk. It was a good start for NDB with the ball in hand. And the second wicket fell down where the score was at 15. But yeah, Ranuka was the batter, got this his first ball, and then Ushan Ranasinghe and Pradeep Nishankar joined in. They added some good runs. This was the wickets that started to tumble one after another. This was Pradeep Nishankar. He played well. He scored well. This was the wicket of Aravinda. He was gone for a duck. And then Navidu was also gone for just 10 runs. He played some good shots, a couple of boundaries, a 6 and a 4 for Navidu. But then this was his wicket. This was his wicket. There we go. Pradeep Nishankar just continued to play his good shots all around the park. But even then, this was his dismissal. That last nail on the coffin for CW Mackey. And some late resistance. But just was not enough as wickets started to tumble one after another. It was a good, comprehensive bowling performance from the NDB Bank. And they wrapped things up quite comprehensively to restrict CW Mackey for just 90 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in 20 overs. So that win will make things even more comfortable for NDB as they win their 3rd game on the trot of this MCA E Division tournament. NDB having put into bat first 133 for the loss of 9 wickets, and they have done a good job in restricting CW Mackey for 90 in their 20 overs for the loss of 8 wickets. Pradeep Nishankar with 29 off 27, and Segar Anuj Dharan 3 for 15, and Shannon Siley with 1 for 12. So NDB winning the match by 43 runs to record their 3rd win in this tournament. It's been a wonderful day of cricket so far, and we got one more match coming up right here at Royal College grounds, and it'll be a game to look out for as well. So we'll take a short break, and we'll be back with the live action of the 2nd match of the day here at Royal College grounds. Until then, stay tuned with Sporty.lk.